Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Disney rolling back their DEI. This is really interesting. We did talk the other day about them rolling back some initiatives, but they have taken those ridiculous content warnings, those trigger warnings, off of a lot of their classic Disney movies, right? Now, I don't know if they're going to extend this to fixing some of the stupid corrections, quote unquote corrections or edits they've made to stuff like, Splash and Lilo and Stitch or whatever. But at least on classic movies like Dumbo and Peter Pan, they've actually removed the content warning.
Yeah, they would, for those who don't know, they would play this warning before you could even watch the video. Like it would come up on the screen with the video started playing.
Yeah.
Initially.
Yes. So we're going to talk about that because I tested it for myself just to make sure. And I just literally, before we started recording, I went to watch Dumbo. I'm like, yeah, they took the trigger warning off. Oh my God. So this is definitely a very different Disney. And they think the reason this is the case is they got rid of the Stories Matter group. The Stories Matter group, unfortunately, has done a lot of damage to the parks because they're the ones that went in and audited everything, anything that's problematic. They're the ones responsible for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. They're the ones responsible. Jungle Cruise. They're the ones responsible for changing the native scene in Peter Pan. So now they don't even look like the characters from the movie at all. They're more accurate, but they don't look like I almost feel like it would have been better to take them out of the attraction completely than to put characters in there that do not appear in the movie.
They're just dancing around for no reason,
Yeah, and Tiger Lily doesn't look like herself. They made her look more native, right? But she doesn't look like the cartoon characters. So it's like, why is she even there? So we're going to talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to Substack. I'm trying to get notifications to you guys because YouTube is not doing a good job with that anymore. The last couple of weeks, especially, something is up. I've had multiple people write me and be like, yeah, I'm not getting notified of your videos anymore. Even though I'm subscribed, the bell is on, your videos are not popping up anymore. So one, make sure you're subscribed to us on YouTube. Two, if you want notifications as soon as we post a video, you will actually get an email notification if you go to clownfishtv.substack.com and sign up. This is, I guess, what we're going to have to do because everything is changing and not for the better. If you're a smaller creator, it is what it is. Welcome to 2025, right? Mm-hmm. So let's talk about this. It's not really dismal Disney news. I mean, what's dismal is the fact that they've already done a whole bunch of damage. But yeah, they got rid of Stories Matter, and they also got rid of these notifications. And we talked about how ridiculous they were. They would put this before like Dumbo. They say this program includes negative depictions or mistreatment of people or cultures. The stereotypes were wrong then and are wrong now. Rather than remove the content, we want to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversations, create a more inclusive future together. Blah, 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 blah. And people are like, God, this is ridiculous. These are G-rated movies.
Yeah, they used to run these in schools all the time. No one ever cared.
We used to watch, Disney used to have a deal with the schools because we used to watch, I remember like Dumbo and Mary Poppins, and then they would shove the Epcot educational movies in there too. And it was just basically an infomercial for Epcot, but they would do that. And but yeah, I mean, nobody had a problem with it really for years. And frankly, nobody really had a problem with Song of the South until like 10, 20 years ago.
There was a school, they ran it at like the high school when I was a kid in the 80s. They ran it there like for a special movie night for the schools that you could just go. My mom took us and my cousins were there and we went to go watch it.
What, Song of the South?
Yeah.
They were doing comics based on the Brer characters because I used to work on them. Yep. They were actually some of my favorite comics. I worked on those comics for years and they were still publishing them as of, I don't know, less than a decade ago. I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, they got rid of Stories Matter after they damaged the park. They got rid of this. And they said, this comes from blogmickey.com, by the way. Mm-hmm. Disney Plus content warnings are scaled back in lieu of the unskippable content warning playing in front of movies and shows. Disney has a significantly smaller presence for the content warnings in the details tab of the movie, which nobody's going to look at.
So basically, it's hit it in the details tab.
Yeah, right there. Content advisory. This program is presented as originally created, create stereotypes or negative depictions. That's it. One sentence.
You don't have to watch it. You don't have to sit through the message to be able to watch the movie anymore.
It's like, hey, this movie's from the 1940s. Did we mention that people thought a lot differently in the 1940s than they do now? Yeah, that's all you got to do. Just be like, I think most people are smart enough to know that these movies were a product of their time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one sentence. That's it. That's it. So what was the Stories Matter group? And we talked a little bit about this in Walking Back DI, but they got rid of the webpage completely. And these were the people that went through
Wah.
the
Sorry.
wah-wahs. Yeah. That's
Yeah, no, for me, I'm like, wah. They got rid, like,
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, womp. They got rid of it.
These are the people that went through and basically audited the theme parks for everything that was problematic. They went through and they got rid of some of the voice actors for characters that were, white actors playing non-white characters in the parks. I think they were probably behind the get rid of the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I think they were behind.
Have they reversed that yet? Because that'd be interesting if
they need to reverse that. That is a classic
They
Disney
said dreamers
thing.
of all ages. It included everyone.
Include everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dreamers. Maybe if you don't fit in with ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're a dreamer of all ages, whatever. Yeah, at least it's not dreamers of all ages and genders and sexual orientations
And religions.
and religions. And yeah. So, I mean, that was a classic Disney thing. Again, most people understand this, this stuff is decades old. It is what it is. None of it was terribly offensive. But yeah, the Stories Matter, they got rid of. This is some of their handiwork. Again, this is not Tiger Lily. She's more politically correct, but that's not what she looks like in the movie. Sorry, it's not what she looks like in the movie. You would have been better off leaving her out of it entirely. And these characters do not even appear in the movie at all. Stupid. It was really stupid.
Dumb.
It says, readers of the site know the Stories Matter initiative didn't end on Disney+. Stories Matter extended to the theme parks, perhaps the biggest example being Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is facing a lot of backlash because it sucks and it breaks.
It breaks down. It breaks down a lot.
And it's not even, and this is another example of it's not even based on the movie. They have a story after the movie.
That's just it. They should have made it based on the movie.
Just do the movie. But they don't want to put, so this is what I don't understand. They don't want to put Dr. Facilier in the ride because he's too scary and he's a bad guy.
Well, that's promoting religion. Yeah.
But they're going to do a whole damn Villains Land?
Oh, ironically, I was going to bring this up. Some of the people, including the one woman who was in charge of the Stories Matter group, I'm pretty sure was moving to that project.
Oh my God, this could be the most nerfed thing ever.
So I don't know what was going on. That was when they first started talking about it. Like that was where they were moving to after they finished up with Tiana's Bio Adventure and stuff. I don't know if that's going to change or they're just going to go back to Imagineering without all the other stuff. But I know some of those people were supposed to go, including that lady that was always seen in charge. They're supposed to go over to that project, as far as I knew.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's going to be a disaster. You're going to compete with Universal, which is giving you a legitimately scary Monsters Unleashed, dark universe, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to compete with them with nerfed Disney villains that can't do magic, that can't be bad guys. They're all this is the biggest problem with all the new Disney movies is they don't have the villain. People watch these movies for the villain. The villains are classic, and there hasn't been a legit villain in a Disney movie in several years.
Yeah, people keep commenting on that. They're like, can't we just bring back villains that are villains because they're villains? For no reason. They're not just misunderstood. They're just, a villain because they're a villain.
I think Rapunzel, honestly, I think Tangled was the last movie that I can remember that had an actual villain, and true to Disney form, she offed herself in the end.
Well, she tripped and fell out the window.
Yeah, they can't just have Rapunzel stab a bitch or something, but yeah, they always wind up.
She stabbed Flynn.
Yeah, but it'd be kind of funny. Here's the alternate ending. Rapunzel picks a knife up, just repeatedly stabs her. The end.
Heroes don't do that.
Yeah, right. But no, they always wind up kind of offing themselves somehow, right? Or their minions.
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Take them. But yeah, I mean, this is so I don't know if they're gonna stop doing this dumb shit that they're doing in the parks where they're trying to make everything politically correct, or it's just kind of a temporary reprieve. But
I wouldn't get. I think it's a case where people are going to be wait and see because just because Disney does something on the surface doesn't mean that it's doing the same thing behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for anything patriotic, American Adventure, Hall of Presidents, all that stuff to get gutted.
Main Street USA. I hope
Street
they
USA.
don't, because there was rumors they were going to. I don't know if they would do that one, because that's too iconic. I don't know if they would do it.
Well, at this point, I don't know if they would do it just because it's going to cost too much money to do it. But I was like, God, if you just a year sooner, you could have avoided so much backlash if you just rip the damn Band-Aid off. But they were too pussy to go up against these people.
I would even say a couple years sooner, but yeah.
Well, yeah, because really it started, I would say it started in 2017, because that's when they made the changes to Pirates of the Caribbean, and they got booed at D23.
Yeah, because it wasn't because the audience asked for it. It was because an internal group of women said that it was a problem. And that was the start. They started like bullying behind the scenes, and we're offended. And then they kept changing everything. And I think it was a combination of that, and they were going to try to push Captain Jack Sparrow out and put, Margot Robbie in, or a female pirates in, which they're still going to do.
Yeah, they're still going to do it either way, but like that was a very unpopular decision, and so I mean, this is a good effort, I guess, but like I said, the damage has been done, at least in the theme parks, and I don't see them walking a lot of those. They're not going to put Splash Mountain back the way it was.
No, they were trying to do that for years. People try to argue that, but I'm telling you, you've been doing this for years, and that rumor circulated multiple times, way before they actually did it. The artwork was already done. They didn't do that in 2 or 3 days. That was already done because they've been trying, and every time they would get out, they were thinking about it. People would get really mad, and they'd fight back, so Disney didn't do it. They just used the Summer of Love and the Black BLM, the Black Lives Matter situation, to push it through.
Yep.
You're racist if you disagree.
You're racist if you disagree. So there we go, guys. It is ending, but unfortunately, it's not ending soon enough. So we're going to wrap this one up.
Yep.
Please subscribe, guys. Again, check out clownfishtv.substack.com if you want to get notified of new videos so you don't miss anything. Thank you very much for the support. We'll talk later.
Bye.